to my tarot card reading for May 2017. And this is Manu Tarot. Remember, this is a general reading for events around the world, socially, politically, and financially speaking. Okay, let's start immediately with our reading. We have Iku, Ogun, and Eshu. And right here, next to them, we have the Prince of Cups, Neptune, Venus, and Pisces Chariot, in other words. And then we have the Hermit, Mercury, Virgo. Notice the big emphasis here on Mercury, which is related with media, mass media, communication. And we have also Virgo. It's closely related with details-oriented analysis. So here what we have is investigation, analysis, reports, investigation. When we put Neptune, which is, and then house number 12, that is related with isolation, with things that are done under the radar, things that are done in a very secret way, what we have here is espionage. What we have here is investigation that is undergoing investigation, but it's all kept secret. Okay, so what we have here, then we have Venus related with money also. So we have here financial institutions that are going to be investigated. Politically, we have people that are going to be investigated. Okay, political figures that are going to be investigated. We have to signal also that Neptune is closely related with the underworld. And when I say the underworld, I'm talking about mafia. Okay? Mafia. That's what I'm talking about. Not the underworld in mythology. I'm talking about underworld, literally speaking, mafia. So what we're doing here, what we have here is investigation that is undergoing with someone that has ties with the mafia. That's all. So financial institutions, it could be money laundering, okay, illegal activities, gambling. I don't know what is the word that is used in financial institutions, but it's something related with gambling along that line. We could say that because it's kind of like mafia-like. Ponzi scheme, it could be that, but it's something related with mafia, highly probable money laundering. But there's investigation in the financial world, and politically speaking, we have to consider that. And during the month of May, we are going to see that. Okay, so in other words, it's more or less continuation of what has been going on since January. Okay, so that's what we have. Then we have Iku, Ogun, and Eshu, and all of them are upside down. So again, isolation or withdrawal. Again, house number 12. So they're giving a big emphasis in things that are going to be done in a very secret way, away from anyone, apart, aside from the public eye. Everything is kept as quiet as possible. Silence, total silence. Okay, we have to also consider that Neptune is related with confusion. It's going to make sense later, but it's also related in astrology. They say that Neptune likes to bring down the walls. It has a purpose, and the purpose is positive, but meanwhile the process of bringing down the walls creates confusion. And then here what we're talking about is bringing down, eliminating, or destroying something related with communication or mass media. The best example that I'm going to give you so you can understand where the tarot cards are coming from is privacy and internet, which we already know that in the United States that has been totally eliminated. Okay, so this is what the tarot cards are coming from. Mercury, Neptune, dissolution, if you want to call it like that, of anything related with communication, mass media. Venus, related with arts, performance. That is going to be eliminated. But this is not new, because if you have seen my previous videos, I already mentioned, I believe it was April or March, perhaps February as well, that anything related with performing arts was going to be affected. So here I'm not saying anything different. It's more or less the same that I mentioned before. Okay? And you already know that in the United States, the public broadcasting has been technically eliminated. I'm going to be dramatic, but so you have an idea what the tarot cards are talking about. And we're going to start seeing that in different countries, different levels of performing arts are going to be affected. And that affects, obviously, society as well. Okay? And that's very important because we have Iku here that is also signaling something that finishes. Okay? But these three are also talking about stagnation. Things are not going to start moving very well. There's going to be a negative impact. Therefore, financially speaking, we could start hearing about recession or depression. So the alarms are going to start going off. Okay? That's what we have to start seeing and paying attention during the month of May. We have here the first, we have the month of May, and the topic here, I already give an idea of main topics, but the central topic here is past. The past. Events from the past or people from the past. And that's what is going to be investigated. Any links, any strings that the politician or the institution, financial institutions, has with someone from the past. Okay? Someone from the past. And it's very important because this is a little bit dubious, it's a little bit suspicious, considering that we have the word mafia here. Okay? So that is going to be investigated. So this is our serious accusations. So we're going to start seeing that in May. Okay? The first week of May is represented by the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords, which is upside down. Okay? And this past is going to create a lot of confusion, and obviously it's going to create a lot of division, confusion. All this information is going to be very confusing for the public, and not only for the public, it's also very confusing for allies. The second week of the month is represented by the Page of Cups, which represents Pisces for me. House number 12, again, secrets, things that are kept hidden, away from the public eye. Okay, so we have that going on here. So what we're trying to see that during this month there's going to be a big effort to try to keep from public knowledge all these ties, all these strings, all these associations that I already mentioned here. Okay, that's what we're going to see. There's a lot of secrets here. Then by the third week, what we have are the effects of all this investigation, all this information. I'm sorry, and we have here the Eight of Cups. So we see someone walking away. Therefore, what we're going to start experiencing is this is going to affect allies, diplomatic ties with other nations. We're going to start seeing that some people are going to give the back to the countries that are involved into this mess. they're going to start giving the back. Okay, it also means that they're going to try to give the back to this information, ignore this information. They don't want the politician involved or the politicians involved. They're going to pretend that nothing happened. They're going to try to keep away from that mess. They're going to try to ignore it. That's the possible meaning. But we also have to take under consideration that it might affect also political, financial ties with other nations. By the end of the month, we have the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is all about division, separation, sigma, quarrel, if you can say like that. But especially quarrel if we combine it with these two. Okay? So we have here split, separation, sigma. So like I said before, this confusion is going to create a lot of separation among citizens, among allies, a lot of division. This is going to be very problematic. A lot of division, a lot of separation is going to affect, like I said, diplomatic ties. And financially also, there's going to be problems. And all that is related with this secret that is heavily attached with past. Okay? Like I said in Spanish, there's going to be a woman that is going to emerge from all this chaos around the world. We're going to start seeing some female figures that are going to start emerging. Okay? That could be in England, I forgot the name of her, I think it's Marie, not quite sure. She might emerge, good or bad, that's a different story. But female figures are going to start emerging from this chaos. Or, well, let's leave it like that. Okay? Financially, you notice that we have a lot of cards. So expect the markets to start underperforming. There's going to be very specific markets that are going to start sending a signal heavily related with recession, that we reach the highest point, and now what is coming are the down moments, which are heavily associated with a recession. And that's for May 2017. Until the next one.